Hello, Algebra 2. This is 11.2, Law of Cosines. Now, Law of Cosines is another thing you can use if you don't have a right triangle. You can find your missing sides. If you are given all three sides and no angles, you can use Law of Cosines. If you're given a triangle where you don't have a pair, like a side across and an angle, so you cannot use the Law of Sines, use the Law of Cosines. You only ever have to use Law of Cosines once in a problem, because once you find one angle and one side pair, you can use Law of Sines. So Law of Cosines is something you have to use once in a problem. Now some problems are word problems. You draw the picture and figure out what you need to do. So if it's talking about, the pond is over there, the house is over there, make sure you read it and draw your triangle and label it correctly, and you'll be able to use the Law of Cosines to find things out. So, Law of Cosines. The side squared that's across from this angle equals the other two sides squared added together minus 2 times the other two sides squared times the cosine of the angle that's across from that. So, don't worry about what's A, what's B, what's C. This and this is the side, this is the angle across from that side, and these numbers are the other two sides. Okay, so don't worry about, oh, that's not A, that's not B. Just make sure you have the side that you're either looking for or you have, and the cosine of the angle you either have or you're looking for. So if I look at example 1 in our book, it says find A in ABC. If A is 27 degrees, so it's giving us the angle, and B is 4 and C is 9. So B is 4 and C is 9, and we're looking for A. So they've actually set it up with this ABC exactly in the right place. So we're looking for A. So B squared is 16, C squared is 81, minus 2 times C times B, which is 36, times the cosine of 27. And that can all be just done on your calculator. So let's go ahead and look at it. 16 plus 81 minus 2 times 36 times cosine of 27. And I get 32.84 is A squared. So A squared is 32.84. Don't think that's A, because that wouldn't make much sense. This is a small angle, so this couldn't be bigger than those. So then you get the square root of that. Second square root, punch in 32.84, and you get 5.73. So A is 5.73, which makes sense. Okay? So that's how you do the Law of Cosines. Well, how would you draw a picture for something? So let's look at 29 on your homework. It says, what is the length of the third side of a triangular plot of land? So I have a triangular plot of land. Draw a triangle. Doesn't matter what it looks like, because it can be not to scale. If the other two sides are 125 and 210, so let's make this A, this 125, and this 210. Okay? And the angle between those two sides is 73. I've drawn it. You can solve it, because it's exactly, you just plug it in there. You're going to get big numbers, because 210 squared is going to be a big number. But draw the picture, and then you can see it's going to be A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine of 73. So draw the picture it gives you, and then solve the problem.